Well, Gunna has been denied bond for the third time, a part of this big old YSL racketeering case. So Gunna's been incarcerated for over 155 days now. He turned himself in back in May. His team is saying, hey, we recently were dropped from the Overt Act 75 of the YSL indictment, which pretty much, it was a traffic stop in which Gunna and Young Thug were stopped at for speeding. Police stopped the vehicle behind the two, which contained 4 of the alleged associates armed with numerous weapons, including AK-47. Gunna has been dropped from that one, according to his legal team, right? So if that is the case, Gunna's legal team is saying, hey, if you look at the things that we are specifically a part of this RICO case, shouldn't Gunna get a bond? The judge in the case is saying, no, we believe if Gunna gets out of jail, he will intimidate witnesses. And they're trying to treat Gunna as just one of a whole. Nobody's getting a bond from the YSL side of things right now. And that's where we stand. Now, Kim Kardashian, who I believe her husband or ex-husband, I don't even know what the state is right now, I believe it was none other than Kanye West that put the word out to Kim to say, hey, can you take a look at this case for my man's Young Thug and Gunna? Here's what Kim posted on her social media. Imagine sitting in a jail cell for 155 days with no bond when the only evidence against you is a ticket for an unrelated window tint and someone saying you weren't in a gang. That's what my friend Sergio finds himself today after having his bond denied for the third time despite there being zero evidence that he committed a crime. Earlier this year, I had the pleasure of meeting Sergio, aka Gunna. He appreciated my interest in criminal justice reform and asked me to take a look at his cousin's case. Since his incarceration, I have worked with his legal team, and the facts of this case are yet another example of why the justice system is anything but just. Some of the facts include prosecutors alleged witness intimidation, yet not a single person has said he threatened them or had anyone else threaten them. Prosecutors allege he'd have a nurse sneak him drugs, yet the nurse said this is untrue and there's zero evidence it happened. Prosecutors allege he was in a gang based on a witness's testimony, but when you read that testimony, it says specifically that he is not in a gang and the witness does not really know him and the interview is 3 years old. Even though there is no evidence trying him to a single crime or showing that he is a risk to the community, Sergio has had his bond denied once again today. His trial is set for January, but will likely be continued, meaning he will sit in jail even longer. Sergio deserves better, and we all should demand better. Yeah, this is a tough one. Honestly, it feels like Gunna should get a bond. You know, I'm just being real about it. I will be honest with you. It does feel like he should get a bond. These RICO cases are really tough because the goal of it is to literally get some of the less financially off people. The goal is to get them to tell. The goal is to work them into telling on the big dogs or whatever the RICO is. I'm not talking about the YSL case specifically. This is generally what prosecutors are looking to do in a RICO case of this magnitude. The reality is Gunna doesn't have much attached to his name individually. He's having to take the L for the whole YSL, no pun intended, right? So like, that's where he stands. That's literally where I think once this thing hits trial, I think Gunna individually will be fine. The problem is he's gonna likely have to sit down until trial. If you read some of the stuff that they got on Gunna specifically, it ain't a lot. He will be fine long term, but he's a nationally recording artist who wants to sit in jail and cost himself money that they could be making to pay for legal fees, to support their family. No one wants to do that. Gunna could be making money and, you know, doing whatever he wants to do on bond. I'm not saying he's an innocent man. I don't know. I wasn't there. He could be on a bond note, moving around better than what he's, you know, confined to right now, being in jail. I think that's the thing that we're arguing right now is the brother deserves a bond, but as long as he's attached to that RICO case, the prosecution will always have a reason to say, no, we can't give him a bond because he'll intimidate witnesses for other people who maybe prosecutors have stronger cases against. That's kind of the scenario. Kim Kardashian has a huge voice. I don't know where it lands with the Joe Biden administration, but she had a lot of power towards the end of that Trump administration and got things done. help get people pardoned, all type of stuff. I don't know where she lies with the Biden administration. Only time will tell. She's got a huge voice, and coming to Gunna's defense can do nothing but bring more attention, which in theory could help his case more than it can hurt him. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. When Gunna was denied bond a third time in the last week or two here, his team is saying, hey, the things y'all got against us are not severe enough for our client to not have a bond. The judge is saying, hey, we can't give you a bond because we believe you about to intimidate some witnesses, maybe not just for your case, but for somebody within YSL, which they're considering to be a gang more than a music label for somebody else, if not yourself. All right. Thank y'all so much. Time, love, support. It's a pleasure and a treat of mine to break this stuff down to you guys. It's my job. All right. Thank y'all so much. Time, love, support is what I don't take for granted. Salute. I'm out.